William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and we are looking at Thomas Bryant, the 6'9", 6'10" big man out of Huntington Prep, who will be going to Indiana next year, giving the Hoosiers the exact kind of inside presence that they needed to complement the talent that they have on the perimeter. Thomas Bryant was a big-time recruit for Indiana just because they needed kind of some motivation to have the fans kind of jump back on board with Tom Crean and his staff. Now, recruiting has never necessarily been their problem, but turning that into big-time wins hasn't happened yet. But next year should be as good of a team as they have had in Bloomington since Tom Crean took over, and Bryant will certainly be a part of that. Now, what does he do well? Number one, he's a 6'10" center, power forward guy who can kind of swing those two positions a little bit, but he's incredibly long, over 7'5" wingspan, and he uses it to his advantage. He blocks shots. He's a terror on the boards on both ends. Really aggressive offensive rebounder, which I love to see from a big man, which kind of gives you a sign of the motor that he does have. Certainly he plays with it. Like any young guy, he can kind of see that improve a little bit, but that'll happen in college, at least I would expect it to. His outside game is evolving. He's certainly able to score in the paint by bullying opponents under the basket and using his length to create space. Defensively, I think he can improve his foot speed a little bit, really because his frame has started to fill out. He's gained over 20 pounds in the last year. He was once a little bit too wiry for my liking, but as I said, gained 20 pounds. But he's not the most athletic guy. He's not the quickest guy. He's not the fastest guy. He's not the most explosive. And so with the more weight he adds on, he needs to make sure that it's good weight. Definitely weight that can, even if it doesn't add to his explosiveness, that doesn't take away from the explosiveness that he does have, because that could be an issue. I don't think he needs to work on his vertical jump or anything, but work with some plyometrics, get your foot speed up. That way you can defend some of the big men in the Big Ten who will step out and force him to defend on the perimeter.